Hey you guys, welcome to my 30-week bump date. I think the last time I did a bump date, I was still living at the beach house, so welcome to our new apartment. At 30 weeks, the baby is the size of a zucchini, and she is weighing almost 3 or right around 3 pounds. Not only that, but for these last 10 weeks, Juniper is going to be gaining about a half a pound every week. So with all of this weight gain, June's skin is definitely starting to smooth out. It's not as wrinkly as it used to be. And not only that, but she is getting so much stronger. She actually has the strength to grasp a finger already. But for me, I am in the last final stretch of this pregnancy. I only have 10 more weeks, which is crazy to think about. I am 3/4 of the way through, and 10 weeks, I don't know. I go back and forth between feeling like 10 weeks is going to take forever and it's going to be so long before she's here, to also feeling kind of panicked that I only have 10 weeks to get everything done before she arrives. So how I'm feeling at 30 weeks. At 30 weeks, I'm already starting to feel that third trimester fatigue creep on. And I think this is because of a couple reasons. One being that it's definitely harder to get comfortable, especially at night when I'm trying to sleep. I have to get up to go to the bathroom at least once a night, and I have to roll from side to side to try and get comfortable, and every time I roll, it's so incredibly uncomfortable rolling. But then I also have nights where I'm dealing with insomnia, where I just literally feel like I can't shut off my brain, and I just have so many thoughts, and I'm just like wide awake, and I'll try so many things to go back to sleep. And I've been dealing with this. I know I've talked about this in previous bump dates. I've been dealing with this, but some nights it's just really bad. And then some nights it's non-existent. So I still am getting those really good nights of sleep every once in a while. But for the most part, it's kind of mediocre sleep, which is definitely bringing on some more fatigue. And besides just sleep issues, I think just generally Juniper is getting bigger, which is just creating more fatigue in just my body in general throughout the day. But dealing with this fatigue really makes me super grateful that Corbin and I had the opportunity to move into our apartment early and that we're getting settled. We are definitely not 100% moved in. We still need some very key essential furniture items like a couch and a kitchen table. But I am just so grateful that we didn't have to begin the process 2 to 4 weeks from now like we had originally planned. Also, I am still dealing with heartburn, but it's becoming increasingly more consistent, which is definitely not my favorite. But I am trying to deal with it I've been trying the drinking apple cider vinegar, which I have been told by a couple people I could try, and that seems to help a little bit. But I think the big thing that helps is like the longer I can go without food before I go to sleep, the better. So at least 2, but preferably even more hours before I go to bed. If I can eat an early dinner and then not eat anything and be okay with that, then I definitely have less heartburn and can sleep better and not have to take Tums or some sort of supplement. The longer I go without food before I go to sleep is definitely better. I still haven't really experienced any swelling, which is awesome. But I do tell myself that my face is the only thing swelling because I feel like I definitely have moon face, which is one of my least favorite things about being pregnant, is just feeling like I have like this really round face. And I know it's just a symptom of pregnancy, and I'm sure my face will go back to normal after Juniper is born, but I don't like having this round face. It just makes me feel a little bit more uncomfortable about myself, but it is what it is. Finally, I am experiencing some more mood swings, especially these past few days. I'm not really sure what's going on. I know it's just a combination of hormones and fatigue and general uncomfortableness that are kind of messing with my emotions, but I just kind of feel a little out of control with my emotions. And it's so funny because I can react to something or react to my emotions, and I know, like logically, I know I'm overreacting, but I just like am feeling these emotions like so intensely that I just can't control it. I can't control my reaction, and it's happening, and I'm just like, this is it. This is how I'm feeling. just so you know. Besides symptoms, there are some fun things still happening in these last 10 weeks. I've actually started doing my kick counts. And I'm not super consistent with it. I'm trying to get better with it, but it is just like another way to connect with June and also to get a good baseline of what is normal for her, like what is like the average amount of time it takes to get those 10 kicks within a time frame when she's like super active during a certain part of the day. And that's really important to have, at least to have a general idea of what's normal, just in case there comes a time where I feel like something's not normal and I can really check it and see if she is kind of acting abnormal and not moving as much as usual. So it can just be a red flag that something's going on and I can check in with my midwife. And also, Corbin and I are still in the process of putting the nursery together. We have the walls painted, and I'll link that video here so that you can go check it out. We painted it as beautiful, super cute green color. I really love it. And we're just adding in all sorts of different natural elements. And I think it's going to come together really well. I cannot wait to do a nursery reveal. Also, Corbin and I received our cradle from his parents, which is the most beautiful cradle I have ever seen. I absolutely adore it. And it's also very sentimental because Corbin slept in it, as well as all of his brothers and our little niece Avery. So I just feel like that's so special that she's going to get to sleep in the same bed that her Papa slept in and her uncles and her little cousin. And I also just love having it right by our bed already because I can just kind of imagine and picture her being in there snuggling up and kind of just get a feel for what it's going to be like when she's there, and it's just fun to kind of do that. I am so shocked that I'm 30 weeks already, but also so excited to be 30 weeks. I am feeling kind of tired of being pregnant, and I know that it's like the last month of pregnancy that can be really rough, and I'm not even there yet, but I'm just like ready to move on from this pregnancy and into motherhood and into just the next step. But obviously I'm not, because we still have to wait 10 more weeks. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you my belly. I cannot believe how big my belly is getting, and I cannot believe 5 more pounds of baby is somehow going to fit in there within these next 10 weeks. So I'm excited to share this growing belly with you in these updates. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, leave your comments below, suggestions, mommy advice, or your own experiences, and be where your feet are. Bye.